Obviously, Liz missing 9 games last season. You did get to see the true potential of Aliyah and NaLyssa together. Now, with them back, a week of them, a preseason game under their belt, how are they looking and what differences have you seen?
Yeah, they say they want to be the best 4 or 5 in the league. We didn't see that yesterday, so we had to talk about it and watch some video on it today, and they responded, which was incredible. Both of them did. But they just, they can both play the 4 or the 5, so that just makes it really hard and challenging for the defense.
When you have two, not just great bigs, but great vocal bigs, being able to really call plays, get it moving, how much pressure can that apply, not just for an opposing front court, but just take pressure off your guards?
Oh my gosh, they see everything, right? Like the post players see everything. So if they're not talking, like that's really hurting our team. AB does a really good job of talking. We're getting lists there. But once they're both talking and communicating at a high level, it's just helping all over the floor.
What do you think would constitute success for them as a position group to get them to be that best 4 or 5 in the league?
I think it's just, years of experience. I mean, Aliyah's starting her 2nd year, Liz is in her 3rd. Sometimes I don't count year 1 for Liz because things are so different than they were for her year 1 than they were last year. So just them responding to when they're challenged, and they did that yesterday for me today at practice.
And then the veteran additions that you had up in the front court, what have you liked out of them?
Oh gosh, Timmy has been incredible. Timmy is a very vocal leader on the court and off the court as well. She's been such a good addition to this team for a lot of reasons, but she's just got that veteran experience. Katie Lou also has had great, different experiences. We've talked about it. I need her to talk more. Right now she's struggling with some injuries and things, so she can't leave her voice. She's got to keep her voice going even though she's not on the court right now.
Perfect.
I just want to ask, what's it been like to have Damiris Stances here? Obviously, I know she had some visa issues and death in the family, but she got here.
Yeah, finally. It was so good to walk in the gym yesterday and see her. We've been really trying to get her here. She's got some stuff that she's got to work on right now. She has to get her physical. There's some things going on with her. We've got to get checked out before we can get started, but just happy to have her.
Happy premiere day. How you feeling about that?
I'm excited. I gotta hurry one thing to the next. That's what I do.
Have you seen it yet?
I've seen all of it, yeah.
Any thoughts you want to share about that?
It's really good. I honestly wish it was like more episodes because there's so much amazing content that we captured, especially with just the runs all 3 teams had in it. But you just gotta watch and find out. I can't give away too much, but it's really good, yeah.
Given it was done by Peyton's group, did you have any interactions, phone calls with him about this?
Oh yeah, like he was the man. Like he pitched it to me, and I'm actually an executive producer on the show, so I watched it. I cut out stuff. I added some stuff. But yeah, Peyton was very involved. He's the one that had the first idea of it. Obviously with what they did with quarterback, and they knew the hype around women's basketball, especially college women's basketball, going from the championship we had with LSU my junior year and then moving into this season, and really wanted to capitalize on that. So, they captured content all year long and followed us around. Our coaches were great. All 3 coaches were in it. Teammates were in it. Family members. So it was really special, and Peyton's been fun to work with, and obviously a big supporter of myself, and obviously coming here to Indianapolis, like he couldn't be more happy too.
Given you were an executive producer, what did you want this thing entirely to reveal? What did you want to make sure fans get out of it as a whole?
I think the biggest thing was just like you can see what we do outside of basketball. Like you come when you're in college, you come and watch us for 2 hours twice a week. You see us play for 2 hours on the court. That's really all you get. Like you don't get anything else, and you get to see a little more into our lives. Like you're still not seeing every single second of our life, but you're getting to see a lot of things that maybe had never been shown before. Conversations that maybe people didn't know we had, or interactions with family members, or interactions with coaches or teammates or fans, whatever it is, or how you're prepping for certain games, especially when throughout March Madness a lot of that's covered. So yeah, it's super cool. I think it's not something people will always get to see, whether it's from the normal media or whether it's from coming and watching us in person. So it's definitely a different glimpse for the fans and the viewers.
Are they also sharing the footage with you to just kind of keep, so you kind of have an archive of what the last year maybe has been for you and your family?
Yeah, for sure. I think being able to have that's like one of the main reasons I wanted to participate and do this, is because I knew going into this, whether it was going to be my last year or not going into college, I hadn't decided, but being able to capture all this, like it was a special time, and getting to enjoy that, not only for myself, but the other 2, their teams, but also my team and my coaches. They're all in it too, and my Iowa coaches will be here tonight, and my teammates loved it and were very supportive and, never minded the cameras being around. It's just something you get used to.
Having the greats of basketball support women's basketball is one thing, but to have like a sports legend like Peyton really back the sport and be behind you and stuff like that, what has that meant to you?
Yeah, it's super cool. I think it's like there's always other women's basketball legends supporting women's basketball. Like that's never been the issue. It's like almost other sports, and I think that's grown so much, whether it's football players, whether it's men's basketball players, whether it's golfers, swimmers. Like you can go down the list of the amount of professional athletes or even just public figures, like famous public figures that are now supporting women's basketball and investing in women's basketball, watching it, showing up, supporting it. And like for me, like that's the coolest thing. Like people show up to our games that maybe you would have thought you would have never played a basketball game in front of in your entire life. So that's never something that ever gets old for me, and I'm sure it's just going to continue to grow throughout the WNBA season, but just also with the amount of talent we have in college too.
Just going back to Friday, what was your reaction when you realized you had to jump for that ball in the second quarter?
Well, I was like, should I actually try to get it, or like should I just let her get it? And I think, I think most people were like, wow, you actually did it. Like, okay, like I rewatched it on film and like I kind of got up there and she kind of got me in the face like when I tried to get it. So I mean, it was a good attempt. I tried my best. So it was a good little moment for my first game, but I'm sure I'll have more of those.
Did you practice it at all before the game?
No, we like had practiced how we would line up for those situations, but never have I practiced. Like I haven't done that since maybe I was in like middle school, honestly. So, yeah.
So should we expect to see you jump more?
Yes. Take Aliyah's spot.
Yeah. Maybe Aliyah will let me have her spot, I guess.
Liz missed 9 games last season. You guys didn't get really the full effect of what the front court could do. Fast forward to Friday, you guys get to do that. How did it feel to kind of get back into that? How do you feel like you guys have gotten back into the swing of things?
Yeah, it felt good to be able to play against someone else, and being able to play against Dallas. They're very big on the inside, and so it was really great to be able to work together on that. Offensively, I think we were just trying to continue to figure out the best places for each other, but I think early on we were able to get early post touches. I think Liz had a great game, just being able to exploit their weaknesses a little bit, get to the basket, get to the free throw line, and so it was really great for her.
What do you want to build upon in year 2 of that connection?
Yeah, I mean, just to continue to grow it. I think that's the biggest part. I mean, I feel like it's hard to point out something specific, but I think just being able to read off a list and play off a list is going to be great for us just because we can have that disadvantage in the post. Well, advantage for us, disadvantage for them. Before Coach Christie's like, what?
All of those.
Both of those.
All of the
everything
things
combined.
having new vets come in as well for you guys, just to for however they're going to be utilized for you guys. How have they been working with you guys? How do you guys feel like this whole unit can work?
Our vets have been great. They're really special. They talk to us a lot. I think that's the biggest thing with our team is just continue to build that communication, and you hear it from them every time they step on the floor. Even if they're not on the court at that moment, they're talking to us. So, I mean, I'm just so excited that we have the vets that we do.
You guys are really vocal on the floor too. Do you feel like you guys have kind of that cadence is right where it picked off?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's what we do. Being a great communication team is only going to help us because that's what it's all about. Like, you have to be able to talk defense and offense, both sides of the ball. I mean, so we're just ready for it.
To that end, did you realize how much more of a challenge it is with the sellout crowd? That's something Liz and Christie were talking about yesterday, of trying to get play calls in, and that communication maybe needs to take another level.
Yeah, it was super loud in there, and I think we were able to see that and feel that after the game. We talked about it at halftime, just continuing to communicate a little bit louder just because, but I love the energy around it. It was a great game. That was a preseason game, and it was sold out. It was so loud, and so it was really special. And we know, we're learning. We understand, like, hey, when we come in to play Atlanta, when we start our season, like, the crowd's going to be loud, energy's going to be high, so we just have to be ready for it.
Any grand takeaway from your meeting with Sue here afterwards? Anything you needed clarification on?
Oh, I can't tell you. I just told Sue they gotta look out for some stuff.
Some bows?
Like, yeah, I'm like, I paid for braces. Like, my teeth are nice. Don't wanna.
With all the work you've done over the off season, getting stronger, how did you kind of see that on Friday, or like, did you feel different?
Yeah, well, I feel like sometimes it's hard to like feel your own strength in a sense, but I know just going up against Big T, going up against Kalani, I felt like I was stronger. There were some moments where I was like, dang, okay, let's just inbound the ball and let's forget that they just plummeted me down there. But I mean, it's good. I feel it at different times of the game, but I mean, going up against Big T and Kalani, I mean, that's the best test, and so I was really glad of how I handled it.
Liz, great outing for you in Dallas. How do you feel like things have been, just going through this first week of camp in just a second?
I think it's been good for us. I mean, we showed strides in the Dallas game, so I think it just shows, like the sky is the limit for us. And it just showed how we could play as a team. And we haven't even been playing together that long, so it just shows how good of a future we got.
How does it feel kind of getting back in the swing of things with Aliyah in the front court?
Oh, it feels good. You know, me and AB are kind of like that primary source on here, so just us going back and forwards, you know, it's going to be good for us.
Missing the 9 games last season and being able to come back and hopefully see that full realization of the front court, how do you feel? I know exactly that. How does it, you know, what are you most looking forward to be able to kind of accomplish with her by your side this season?
I mean, we just have to stay consistent, you know, do what we do best. You know, a lot of eyes are going to be looking at us and Caitlin, so, you know, we just got to do what we need to do.
How's it been working off of Caitlin as well?
It's been fun, you know, just running the floor, getting easy baskets, her shooting. You know, it's been good for us.
Do you have any big takeaway from the meeting with Sue? Anything you learned or had questions about that you wanted clarification?
Not me.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing out here, you know. I ain't got no questions.
Okay. How did you guys respond today, given how everything went yesterday? How did you feel about today?
Oh, I thought it was a big bounce. You was here yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a little rough, huh? Just erase that. But nah, today was good for us. You know, we bounced back, just let it go. Being a professional athlete, it's about, you know, quick changes. So I think we did good.